I don't even need my tablet now because our next speaker, of course, needs no introduction. Someone we love, someone who we are so happy to have in our lives and are happy to support. Please, let's hear now from Scottie Jeanette Christine Madden.
The original plan was that I was going to follow the egg trick. Might be a little bit easier. First, I want to thank Valerie for helping me put this together so that it would be something for us all. And I want to thank all of you for making our life. I can only see her in all of your faces. So, thank you for coming. But most importantly, thank you for loving her. Because that's loving me. I happily, intentionally, willfully, and completely fused my heart to her. It gave me a real reason to live. All the things that you can do in your life, all the things that you study, all the things that you work to do. Thank you. Sorry, Melissa. Melissa did my makeup. Means something, but the one that I could relate to the most was devoting myself to one person. And she made it so easy. She was so amazingly beautiful, wonderful, happy, excited, wise. She was all the things that could... My father taught me one thing, being raised by wolves: play above your head. She was so far above my head. So thank you. What I wanted to do today was bring us all together so that we could find the piece of Marcy that we didn't know. You all have a piece of her, and you get to hear the other part of her from everybody else's experiences. So, I wrote a book, she wrote a book, you can read about a lot of stuff. I'll try not to repeat myself. But here's some things that weren't in the book. She was the lover of the perfect poached egg. She was addicted to Rachel Maddow and Twitter. She loved General Hospital. She almost fainted when she saw the man who plays Sonny, Maurice Bernard, at a restaurant in San Diego. Who knew? Fangirl. She loved chicken thighs, but only on the bone. She hated white meat. She made the best chai. She bought cheap shoes. She wrote the most amazing love letters. She loved back rubs and having her hair brushed. She sucked at giving back rubs and brushing hair. She was a fantastic coach for public speaking. She could, as Valerie pointed out, she could always get people to get to the heart of what they were trying to say. And she loved, loved, loved doing this. And she did it up till the last weeks of her life. She loved fixing human corporate systems. Her words, not mine. She could knit almost anything. She knit me a Christmas stocking. This thing looks like Neiman Marcus wants it. If you're lucky someday, next year I'll show you. She knew which fork to use. She hated sharing lipstick. She hated lipstick. Mostly because it seemed to evaporate as soon as it got on her lips. She hated that my lipstick lasted all day. She loved Christmas all year round. She would even leave some of the Christmas decorations out. Why would I want to wait a year to see Jingles the Christmas Bear? She loved stuffies, which is our name for stuffed animals. She was frugal to the point of self-denial. She practiced family holdback, even when there was plenty. Family holdback is where you're not sure you have enough for all the guests that are coming, so everybody takes a smaller portion. She's not a Madden. She's a Madden by name. One time, when it looked like I was on a Skype interview with a company, and it looked like I was going to make the classic blunder that I've made several times, which was, and how are you with challenging personalities? And I'm like, oh, I'm great with challenging personalities. And she smelled that coming, having seen me do 3 bad shows in a row. So she flashed me. And when I started to answer again, she flashed me again. She goes, I have never said this before in your entire career. No, you cannot take that show. So I took Dude, You're Screwed instead. She sent me a homemade heart-shaped shortbread sandwich cookie for Valentine's Day to the Amazon jungle. 2 international flights, 1 jungle flight, and a 3-hour a canoe ride up the river brought that cookie to me, intact. She sent her panties to me in Tahiti. She could ski way better than me, which was good because then I had something good to look at when I was following it down the hill. You heard about her sticking her finger in the air and a blue jay landing on it. One day, I couldn't find her, and I found her out in our backyard, sitting cross-legged, feeding a squirrel peanuts, sitting on her knee. Another time, the phone rang, back in the days, kids, when people called on one phone and everybody shared it. And I went wandering through the house going, oh, Marcy, she's around, my love, my love, my love. And I looked out the window of the office and I could see the soles of her sneakers pointing up at the sky. I'm like, hang on just a second. My love, and I leaned forward and I looked out the window and she was in the dirt, on her belly, feet in the air, nose to nose, with a wild bunny. I went, she'll call you back. I said, what are you doing? She goes, this is Charlemagne. He lives in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh, he has a name. I was, oh, yeah, no, we had a whole chat. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure. She loved to dance. She loved to pun. She loved words with friends. She hated losing to her friend in Soroj in Italy because English was Soroj's second language. She loved suits. the TV show. She tolerated The Handmaid's Tale. She turned me on to Orange is the New Black. And she kept forgetting where we were in Game of Thrones. She loved to be read to. She fell asleep every time I read to her. She weighed herself every fucking day. She hated me saying fuck. Her mother told her that she couldn't carry a tune in a paper bag. Still, she loved to sing. She hated the word wife because it sounded like knife. She loved being called my love. She loved to drive. She did the books. She had a green thumb. She told me she loved me every day. She loved gardenias. She loved that gardenias were our thing. She loved dark chocolate, hated milk chocolate. She loved titmouses. Titmice, Heather? What's the plural of titmouses? Titmice is titmice. Okay, good. She loved, well, she was a sucker for cat videos, bonus for dog videos, or cows playing soccer. She loved purple, blue, pink, and gold in that order. She loved the stars, but she could not imagine space travel. She loved cilantro more than basil. She always ordered a burrito in a sit-down Mexican restaurant. She loved udon, hated soba. She loved sashimi. She played lacrosse in a men's club league. She worked in a psychiatrist's office. She was a weather girl. She was a radio disc jockey and a radio player. One thing you need to know is that I prayed every day for 3 years solid, and I'm not joking, for God to send me a Marcy. When I met her, she was married. She became my coach and confidant and helped me through several long-distance relationships. But what happened was, I now know, we were talking about love and what love should be in our definition. When we got official and we fell in love, I got hit by a bolt of lightning. Shredder, are you here? Good boy. Shredder was there when it happened. I was being toured around the new video company that I was starting first day. Derek was showing me all the different places, and at the very last part of the tour was the lobby and a big spiral staircase. And at the top of the staircase, lit by 10Ks and studio fans, was the most gorgeous woman on the planet. And as I was sitting there with my jaw on the floor, my dear, dear brother Shredder leans up and whispers in my ear, "Dude, she's married." It didn't stop. I fell helplessly in love with her and had to put that away because her father was an amazing dude. And he was cool. I liked him. And he liked me. But their life together ended, and Marcy and I fell in love. And we fell so far in love that I didn't ever look outside again. And people sometimes ask me, in my world of LGBTQIA+, what my sexual orientation is, and the truth is, I'm a Marcy-sexual. I've only ever been attracted to her. We made a pact. she and I, to see just how far this love thing goes. I'll let you know. But we went pretty deep. And it's still going. So, what I would like you all to do now is think about a moment that you had with Marcy that you would like to share. And come on up and tell us your story.